Hey there, it's Steve Bailey with yet another YNAB tip of the day. For those of you who don't know, YNAB stands for You Need a Budget. It is powerful budgeting software that will help you get your finances under control in a very easy to understand, very makes sense kind of way. I've been using it religiously for the last 12 years and it has saved my financial life. If you're interested, there's a link below in the description. Give it a check out. Take a look at it. You get a free 34-day trial. They do 34 days because they want you to fully explore all the options and understand how everything works for free for 34 days, so you can get an entire month in, and then you can decide whether or not you want to move forward with it. So today we're going to talk about a confusing topic in YNAB, and that is what happens when you overspend a budget category for a particular month. How does that affect future months? So let's take a look at uh, what I've got set up here. So what I've done is I've created a brand new demo budget, and I created a checking account with a starting balance of $3,000, and I put it January 1st just so I could show you the flow of everything as it works month to month. Then I put in a paycheck on February 24th, and I picked the end of the month for a very specific reason. And I had that also as inflow to be budgeted. So if you come over and take a look at the budget, and go back to January, you can see that I budgeted the $3,000 that I started the account with into my emergency fund. My emergency fund is my basically my sinking fund for medical emergencies, auto emergencies, any of that type of stuff that you know you're going to be spending money on. You just don't know when, and it's not something you budget for month to month like a utility bill. So that's what my emergency fund is. And then if you come over to February, where I had the $50 paycheck, you can see that that $3,000 that I budgeted in January is still available to me in February. And now the $50 paycheck that I got is also available in the grocery category for $50. So now what I want to do is I want to show you this. I'm going to come back to the checking account and I'm going to put in on the 25th, I went to the grocery store and I bought $75 worth of groceries. I spent more than I had. I come and take a look at the budget and I can see that my grocery money, I budgeted 50, I spent 75, so I'm $25 in the hole. But yet my emergency fund still shows $3,000. So the YNAB is very good at keeping your money allocated regardless of what goes on with your transactions. This is the reality of where you've got your money set aside. So I spent more in groceries than I should have. So what's interesting is when I come to March, you can see there's a negative $25 to be budgeted, but my grocery category is now zero. Okay. So right there, that tells you that I'm starting in the hole for March. They've zeroed out the idea is that your groceries and all your bills, you start with a blank slate. Whatever mistakes you made in February overspending in groceries should not carry forward with you. So they start you with a blank slate. And the fact that you have negative $25 to be budgeted should explain that to you. So now I'm going to come into March and I'm going to record a paycheck of $50 again. And you'll notice that even though I recorded a paycheck of $50, I only have $25 to be budgeted because what YNAB has done is YNAB has plugged this hole with future money. So that is officially how it works, and it's easy to see the way I had it figured. But now check this out. What if I didn't put this in? So I've got the negative $25. So I haven't come to look at the budget yet. I'm just recording things because some people get behind. I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to record my paycheck. I haven't looked at the budget yet. And this is where people get confused. I'm going to put in $50 and they're going to come look at their budget and they're going to say, wait a minute, I just put in $50. Why do I only have $25 to spend? That tends to confuse people, but now that you've seen what's going on, you can understand why that happened. So let me show you the way that I handle this. And everyone does it differently, and that's one of the beauties of YNAB. You use it to fit your style. Here's what I do, because I often get this where I don't see the negative to be budgeted because I'm recording transactions that have happened in the past, and I don't get to see it until I flip over here. So here's what I will do. Before I record this paycheck, What I do is I go through the previous month when we're right up against the paycheck that's at the end of the month. I go through and I look for any categories that are in the negative. So in this case, this is in the negative $25. What I will do is I will take and I will click on this number and I will cover this with emergency fund. So it takes $25 from my emergency fund and puts it to cover that hole that I created in my grocery bill. Then what I'll do is I'll go to March and I will click on a negative, I'm sorry, here it is down here. I'll make a negative $25 here to put $25 to be budgeted, and then I will click that and put it back into my emergency fund. So in fact, what I have done is I have moved the problem from February to March. Now, this is not the way that YNAB wants you to think, but because I've been using the software for so long, this is what I'm used to. This is especially useful when you have a situation where someone owes you money. My wife buys flowers for people when they have the flower drive at work, and she says, just pay me later. So she's spending other people's money from our account. So we have a category called reimbursed by other people. Well, they may not reimburse us for a couple of months. So what I do is every single month, I fill that hole in from the previous month, move it to the next month, fill it in for that month, keep moving it forward until we actually get paid. So now when I come in, I see this negative $25. Now when I come into my checking account and I record my paycheck as a $50 inflow, what I will see is I have $50 to be budgeted. And the first thing I will do is I will click on this and I will plug that hole. And now I will see. So it accomplishes the exact same thing. The difference is I can see it, I can control it, I can manage it. It makes more sense to me. So a lot of people don't understand why negative numbers in past months zero out on the next month. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully you understand why that's happening. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you like this video and you want to see more of these, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know. It helps in YouTube metrics more than you could possibly know. Also, if you're interested, we have a Facebook group called Income Hackers, and the link is right there below in the video. You can come by, you can pay us a visit. We talk about all things income hacking, generating additional revenue, lowering our expenses, all kinds of stuff so that people can have a better quality of life, have more revenue, have more income without having to actually have a second job or any kind of craziness like that. So anyway, that's it. I hope this was helpful. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will talk to you guys on the next video. Take care. God bless.